All right, Snow, here we are 3 weeks to go in the regular season. Your thoughts coming into these final 7 games?
Well, obviously they're massive games for us when it comes to the playoff implications. We know where we're at right now. We know it's going to be a dogfight all the way to the end. Spent a good week here working on some little adjustments to our game that we want to put in for the rest of the season, and some things that we've noticed that have kind of caught us at times. And we've finally found the space in our schedule with practice times to put these adjustments in, and we liked what they look like this week. And hopefully we see that work into the games and give ourselves a better chance in some certain situations that we keep seeing and rearing their heads.
I was going to say the schedule easing up here for these last few weeks, and with the increased importance of each game, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously that March schedule was pretty tough. It was 3-3s here and there. We're traveling. We're back into a 3-3, so it wasn't easy. And it's hard to find all the days to hit the types of things that we need to hit through. But this week obviously was a good opportunity for us to touch it. Next week we got another week of opportunity to continue to grow our game and put ourselves in some different spots, looking into who we're going to play against and putting ourselves in for the rest of the season. But this is that time of year where we got to really tighten whatever areas up that we see that are problematic for us, and make sure that we're organized and we're detailed and everybody understands what we're doing, and that will give us the best chance to continue to find wins.
You talk about opportunity. This is an opportunity for the guys to embrace this kind of intensity and this kind of stress where every game and every play matters so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's part of development too, is putting yourself in these situations and fighting for important games and fighting for the end of the season, and understanding that every play matters inside of the game. Every scenario matters inside of the game. We got to be tight and organized. We got to be detailed. We got to make sure in practices we're doing the same things and making sure that things that we're working on we're really dialed into what we're doing. And I've loved the week of practice. I think we've done a lot of really good things this week. We've really cleaned up some stuff that we think really was problematic, and things that really mattered for us to give ourselves the best chance to win with the teams that we're playing towards the end of the season. Obviously now it's for us to go out there and execute.
And what an opportunity as well for these new guys to come in here. Knuble and Thompson and Noah Powell, they're showing up, and they've been in some intense situations before, some do or die in elimination games, but here at the pros it's different, and they're getting to experience that.
Yeah, I mean, all of them at some point in their careers have played important games when it comes to playoffs, championship games in college or junior, Memorial Cup, whatever it may be. Like, we've had a lot of guys that have been in those situations, but when you move into the pro game, it gets a little bit tighter. Everything's a little bit more organized, and the plays are more magnified in situations. And obviously you play a team like Wilkes, where if you turn pucks over and you don't have players on the right side of the puck, they don't need a whole lot to score. And that's what this time of year is so good for the development process of these players that are coming in to recognize that, okay, like, might have got away with that in college, not going to get away with it here, and this is how we need to fix those situations. This is how we grow from those situations in our development path. And I think it's a great opportunity for all the players that are coming in, and all of our players in general, to learn these moments and these important moments, and essentially a really stress-filled time of the season.
We've talked about that with Wilkes pretty much all season. Kind of have had the Phantoms number more often than not this year.
Yeah, I mean, they have, and I mean, we don't shy away from it. It's just one of those teams where you can't make mistakes. You can't get on the wrong side of the puck. They just, no matter who's in their lineup, no matter who they have there, they just have guys that know how to score, and they capitalize on their mistakes. But when we are on the right side of the game and we are playing on the correct side of the puck, we're managing pucks, we get them into their end, then we have a lot of success. And we've had moments of success against this team. We just have to do it for 60 minutes, and we have to make sure that we really are mindful of where we're putting pucks into spaces and how we can really take that game that they want, of that takeoff game to get up the rink. We got to take that away from them. In order to do that, this is how we're going to do it, type of thing.
With the schedule, it's an opportunity for Bjarnason to go down. Who knows how many starts he might be getting over this next week or the second week. So he goes down to Reading for the first time. Yeah,
I think it's a good opportunity, especially goaltending. It's one of it's the hardest position, I think, to transfer from junior college to pro. It's the players are different, the shooters are different, the organization of the game is a lot different than you get in those situations. I mean, Barney been excellent all year. It was an opportunity. We put him down in Reading, get him some important games down there, and also put him in a spot where he can play, and find his confidence again in that swagger that we've seen early in the season. We got a ton of confidence in Carson. He's an amazing kid. He's an amazing goaltender. It's just a good opportunity and a learning environment and development opportunity for him that it looked like it fit our schedule and where we needed it, and obviously we went with it. And hopefully he goes down there and he does exactly what we all expect him to do, because he is that type of kid. He cares a ton. He works his butt off. He's always doing the right things. He's going to go down there. He's going to have a ton of success, and he'll be ready to go.
This time of year, April, kind of digging deep, finding that extra gear. Is that all a part of kind of the process here as you battle for the playoffs?
Yeah, it is. It's part of every season's process. As you know, you've got your regular season you're playing through, but you're playing for the playoffs. And now we're in that spot where it's going to be tight, and we all know we've got 4 or 5 teams that are fighting for spots there. And every single point matters. We're playing against the teams that we're battling against, so it's a really good opportunity for us as a team to really identify ourselves of what it matters at this time of year. So if we do get ourselves into the playoffs, which we expect to do, that we're ready for that. We're battle tested. We're really tight in where we need to play and how our game needs to look. But these are all super important moments for every single player on the team and in the organization to find these stressful moments and how we're going to work through them and how we're going to grow through them.
I wanted to ask you as well, Knuble and Thompson, they showed up and kind of got thrown right into the fire. Yeah. Now you've had a couple practices to actually talk some things through with them and really get them more on the same page as everyone else.
Yeah, both players are obviously incredibly high hockey IQ. It didn't take them a whole lot. We just gave them the brass tacks that this is what we do. And when you watch their gameplay inside of the game, they're very, very smart. They understand every scenario. Hockey's hockey at the end of the day. Everybody plays a certain structure, but in some way, shape, or form, they're all kind of the same. And it's just a matter of the little intricacies inside of the structures that matter. And I think both of them, they were excellent last weekend. They were excellent all week in practice. It's going to be great to see them continue to obviously get incorporated in the group a lot more and incorporated with the way we play a lot more and get the feel of how we do the day-to-day. And now, I think we're going to see their games take off even more than they already did in their early games.